right, good afternoon, members. It is Wednesday, December the 6th, and I feel the need to discuss today's price action. It was an unusual day. It was a Wednesday trend day. We don't normally get trend days on Wednesday. We got one today. So now, this morning, I discussed in the AM briefing that this was going to be a level 10 difficulty day. I even put it in the thumbnail because I wanted to make sure you saw that. How do we know it was going to be a level 10 day? Experience. 2 days prior to non-farm payroll. How did the markets open? Russell straight up, Dow straight up, NQ straight down, ES straight down. Do you think you're in for a difficult day when two are going one way and two are going the other way with a vengeance? The answer is yes. So my trading day starts whenever I get on Zoom early and I trade up until this red block. This red block is New York lunch. I've learned to not trade that. My metrics tell me I don't do very well during that. Either I'm just getting tired, I'm getting sloppy, price is sloppy. For whatever reason, I don't like trading the red zone. And then I will come back for this white zone, which is the silver bullet hour. And I'm looking for an entry. Today was no such entry. If I don't get an entry in the silver bullet hour, I do not trade the final hour. I find that it's best not to do that. So, 2 indices straight up, 2 indices straight down, 2 days prior to NFP. We're at the top of the range. Let's go to a 30-minute chart for a second. In the Discord group, I had posted basically this rectangle. And I posted that when we were up here because I wanted you to note when you're up here, it's hard to want to go long. Better places to be looking for shorts. Down here, in general, it's better to be looking for longs. But when you don't get down here to the very end of the day, you'd better be careful. What's your holding period? Right? You don't have enough time in the trade to be in it. But we're going to show a couple trades that you could have made down there long. But the idea was I wanted you to realize where you were. I also posted this chart. Let's go look at this. So one of the drawings I put in there was this. I wanted you to see you were in the same chop here for a long time that it was in the chop yesterday. In fact, 3 hours and 30 minutes of chop. You'd better know that when it goes one way or the other way, there's probably a lot of stored energy there that's going to really move price. So today on this entire downtrend, that pretty much described the day, didn't it? Accumulation candle to accumulation candle, and that described the day with chop during New York lunch. Couldn't get anything done during the silver bullet hour, and then tanks the final hour. Now, of interest, you had yesterday's low right here. See the RTH low? That's yesterday's low. You had a reaction, and you had London low right here, and you had that reaction. Other than that, the play was short or flat. I chose flat. I'd made this short, and I made this short. That's basically the plays I made, and I talked about taking this 85 long, but I didn't like it. I didn't like what I was seeing, so I didn't take it. Because we were at the top of the range. Taking longs up here are difficult. And I didn't like how price did this consolidation period and then came down. So I was not interested in that 85 long. But we discussed why I understood if anyone took that. And then on this tank, that was my short. And I was done for the day. Now, one of the purposes of this is I wanted to talk about POC. And once again, the magnetic power of the 6 points from POC. It got 6 points, came back in. 6 points, came back in. 6 points, came back in. And then when it finally leaves the magnetic pull of POC in the final hour of trading, where is it going to go? It's going to go most likely to a pool of liquidity. That doesn't mean you just jump in a short. That's not a repeatable strategy. That is not part of our core strategy. I do not recommend it. And if you do it, don't tell me about it because it's not a repeatable strategy. And where did it go? It took out the RTH low. It took out a London low. It grabbed 2 pools of liquidity and basically came back to our 50 level. You want to be watching all these indices because when Russell, in my opinion, broke half back, watch out below. When Dow took out half back, watch out below. And when NQ finally took out all of this chop as well, watch out below. So the play was short or flat all day. If you're taking counters, you want to do them at very highly visible, high time frame locations. Okay? That's really important. Is there anything else I want to mention about today's action? Do notice that it left fair value gaps. It left fair value gaps. You've got to be careful saying, you know what, I want to trade counter. When should you trade counter, in all honesty? If it broke this 6 points from POC, and if it broke this trend line, that trend line we have drawn right there. If it takes those out, takes out this 6 points, takes out here, and we get into this area, I'm interested in longs. Why? Because we still had the Sunday gap up here as a big magnet. But what's the next big magnet? Yesterday's low, yesterday's London low, and we made a new low today, and we finished under yesterday's low. So know when you should be trading. Keep an eye on trend and direction. Keep an eye on the other indices and realize when we're all on the same train. When were we all on the same train today? Right here, right here, right here, right here. That's when you know, stay out of the way. If you're not already short, just be done. That's how one trader sees it. I'll see you tomorrow.
Stay green, my friends, and to learn more about our group, go to microstrader.com.